Old stuff's always going to be special. So in today's Lego update video, an old Walmart sticker for $4 or $5, old KB toys from the 80s and 90s and early 00s, this old infamous era. What does that say? What's that sticker back there? Look at that. So again, you're going to always have an older stuff in an era like this. These are always going to be sought after. I mean, these are look at 4-digit set numbers. And then, of course, same thing with this. These type of products are always going to be kind of the no-brainer kind of thing. That's not really the conversation. But today, let's zip over to something different. You guys ready? This is the stuff that I show the newer stuff that people get kind of LOL and memes because, first of all, everyone knows you don't buy Lego City sets, also known as the blue boxes of depression. They charge more per piece, they always have a premium price, and there's the least amount of excitement in the market for this kind of thing. Right? Right? So that's a different area over there, don't look. So today we're doing a little follow-up video. I wanted to kind of share because we have a lot of silly things. What is this? We have a lot of silly things, like whatever this is, well, without damaging them. We have these silly sets that people didn't really buy and want, and of course, what does Liquidator Creepy Rudy do? I go after the things, knowing people don't want them. So a lot of these now have been purchased by me in the last 5 years, okay? So we're now seeing most of these products are going to be gone and out of, or retired, I guess in the Lego terminology. And a lot of these things are a lot more expensive than what I paid. All these Lego products that I buy, I don't pay anything with retail. All this stuff is going to be something like, I usually pay about 60, 70 cents on the dollar. So for every $100 set, I usually pay around $60, $65, maybe even $70. When I get a batch, it's kind of my cost base. You guys understand what kind of how I enter this market. But even some of these older different things, we have older and different sets that continue to do really well. These, we have these Harry Potter books, this little book kind of series where you open them up, and they're really kind of they're actually kind of neat. And a lot of these from a few years ago were readily available everywhere. I don't remember what I paid or anything. I had to pull the spreadsheet, but again, these are paid for about 70% of whatever MSRP was. And, well, they're all pretty much retired, and they've all pretty much gone up quite well. And many of these silly Lego City ones, again, also be aware, you will have more of a liquidity issue when dealing with something like City. Now, when we zip over just a little bit, I'm just going to kind of show you guys a little bit today. I'm in the process of inventorying all this. That's why it kind of looks like a mess over here. So when we look at this is the Monkey Kid area. I was always a fan of this type of Lego series. I was a big fan of this type of stuff. Now, almost all of this stuff, well, maybe an exception, a few, is pretty much retired. And a lot of this stuff is actually, quite surprisingly, moved quite a bit in pricing. Let me see if I can reach some of these to show you guys. I don't know if you guys can even see some of these things. I mean, I thought some of these things were really... Oh, that's the back. Let me try to get a better angle for you guys. So some of these things I thought were really, really cool. A lot of fun to build. I built some with my son and everything, and I have a lot of these, but they are really, really... They're actually pretty fun and enjoyable. So a lot of these Monkey Kids series things have also retired, and they've also moved up and changed in price. Some of them are quite hilarious and silly. Dude, like, come on. You don't think that's fun, then you have no childhood silliness in you. But a lot of these have moved quite a bit in price, to my surprise. I thought some of this would take a lot longer, but a lot of these were 2021, 2022 purchases. Some are a little newer. I think most of it's retired now, so if you can kind of pull up the old MSRP on some of these, kind of backdate it and kind of multiply by 70%, you can see what I paid at the high end. And of course, yeah, I wanted to share that. Now I'm going to let's go to a conversation. All right, so back to the conversation we were trying to have before the magic video kind of derailed my Lego video with Spider-Man and everything. The point I wanted to discuss today on this Lego update, we do every couple months, we do one little Lego video, okay? And I want to remind everyone that, it is generally accepted that Lego is producing so many new sets, so many new SKUs, and the print runs are so high, the retirement dates they're further away, they keep them in circulation longer, they do more waves and restocks, they dump them at the Costco's, Amazons, and of course Sam's and BJ's, the wholesale clubs, and the risk reward is very different today. I'm always here to remind you all, everybody says the same thing in every era, every year, every release, every product. It always feels the same way. I went through this with Pokemon in 2016, 2018. I went through it in 2022 with Scarlet Violet. I went through it with Magic during the bear market and collector boxes in the crash of Magic 30. In Lego, there is no difference. People are going to view the new Lego as garbage overprinted. No matter how many are made, it's always going to be viewed as the person doesn't know what they're doing, and you will get a lot of ridicule. Now, of course, contrarian Rudy is going to say, okay, so everybody thinks anything new, anything with the blue depressing boxes of City, anything with Ninjagos and Monkey Kids, and anything with, oh God, Speed Champions, car sets, anything to do with well, maybe not that stuff. That's vintage. Anything to do with Marvel is terrible. Anything to do with DC? DC, really? DC is terrible. Oh, look, I found another bad one here. Look at it. Anything to do with Minecraft is garbage. Anything to do with vintage is garbage. So, this is a nice discussion with you all to remind you, even in new eras, everything is new, and your brain is going to view it in a way that it's not the same as the previous block, the generation, the style, the era. I mean, how many times they brought back, what, Indiana Jones twice? They brought back, what, Marvel and Minecraft? I mean, how many eras have they redone Star Wars and Harry Potter, new and old? It's always going to feel that way because you're involved in it. And you're always going to question, I don't think history can repeat. And the ironic thing is, history repeats itself a lot. But it doesn't feel the same when you're going through the historical times. When these really cool, like these Chinese New Year type festival sets, these I think are awesome. I love those 10 things. And again, all these little limited edition, little free with gift things that Lego will give you. And of course, I don't want to reach and knock all that down, but I don't know why the human brain does that. But it always does. It always has this, we all do it to ourselves. We are all our own worst enemies because we always doubt that the item you see piled up in the wholesale club, piled up at Walmart or clearance, or someone's posting online, look what I got for pennies on the dollar in the return or the dented box bin. Folks, I always need to remind you, time in the market will always beat timing the market. It's all that everything I do on this channel, everything I discuss with you guys is simply time. It's time. Now, the argument is how much time. The argument of some people is, well, Rudy, the Lego City stuff goes up the slowest, it's the most produced, it's the highest per brick, it's not exciting, it's not unique, it's not tied to any IPs and brands, and those are all true. But time will still carry us into the future. Ninjagos, Monkey Kids, Star Wars, Harry Potter, the Minecraft, the Specialty Series, the Architecture Series, just give it time. I've seen so many products completely flat in price for 1 year, 2 years. I have Lego sets I bought 4 years ago that literally were a $100 set, and I paid $70 in a 10-pack shipped to my door. And 3-4 years later, they're still $80. And then all of a sudden, on year 5, month 2, day 17, all of a sudden they disappear, and a third-party seller lists it instead of $100 MSRP for $80. All of a sudden it's $160. Then all of a sudden somebody buys one at $160, and I'm like, really? And then I go to Lego.com and it's retired. Really? Wait, this thing that's been garbage for 4 years that I paid $70 a piece for, and I got a stack of 10 of them, and it's always been $80-$90, it's worthless out of nowhere after 4 years of pain and suffering and feeling dumb and feeling like a Timmy, all of a sudden it's doubled? That's how the markets work. Collectibles are not linear. There is no stock line. There is no Wall Street. You can see the movements. Collectibles work in a way where a random set... Oh, actually, I gotta get... This is a great example, everybody. This is a great example. I'm not a huge Disney fan, but here's the Disney 43179. I've got like 10 of those. I don't remember what they were. Whatever. I think they were 65, 70 cents in the dollar. Some clearance, some special, whatever it is. I don't remember. I had to pull the spreadsheet. And I think they were whatever, full price, normal price for like 2 years. And I just price checked that before I filmed the video, and I was like, oh, wow, that's retired, and it's gone on Amazon, it's gone on Lego.com, and there are actually sales higher now. I thought that was a garbage set. It's just a Disney Mickey set. Huh. That's kind of weird, you know? And that, you know, I've seen the same thing with... I'm seeing... The conclusion of this video is, in the last 3 to 6 months, I am starting to see a lot of Lego sets that I acquired between 2020 and 2023 that many of them were dead money, and people ridiculed me when they saw the background of new sets versus, you know, oh my God, Rudy's smart. He's doing all the vintage. Wait, he's filming in a different location. He's got new stuff. Oh, I thought that guy was smart. He's so dumb. And now we're going into the future. Time is changing perspectives. Boxes and sets that we were familiar with and thought were new are now older. They're all retired. The market's flushed. The things that are left were clearance, and some people bought them or returns. And we are seeing the same story and song and dance of life unfold, which is the more things change, they will stay the same. And I'm here to tell you right now, the new Lego releases in 2025, if you can get them below full MSRP, and you have the safety of space and storage and, you know, security and everything, and you don't need the capital, and you're in a very privileged position, or a very good, you're in good health, and you have time, and you're not in debt, and you have your life stabilized, Lego is a good piece of diversification in conjunction with collectibles and real estate and Bitcoin and stocks and cash flow, and it's a good piece to a portfolio. I stood by that. I stand by that. I've only made probably 10 Lego videos in the last X amount of years. I've only expanded and been serious about Lego now for maybe 5 to 6 years, so I'm not been hardcore into Lego for 10 plus years. Obviously, you guys know my first major expansion was Magic the Gathering, then of course into Pokemon, Weiss, and other card games, and of course Lego was kind of a side thing that I kind of just enjoy doing. And again, to remind you all, yes, people make videos. Lego beats the S&P 500. Yes, Lego this, Lego that. I don't make those claims. I think Lego is a great piece to a portfolio. I think it shows long-term performance is real. And I do think it moves independently of the overall S&P. And I believe that is a beautiful thing. And I do think Lego will continue to perform in the future, even though everybody says they're producing so much and they're making it last longer before retirement. There's so much printed per set, blah, blah, blah. It's the same song and dance I hear when in 2023 people said they print 2 billion Pokemon cards a year, so why on earth would anybody collect, play, or invest in Pokemon? And that was during the bear market of Pokemon in 2023. Obviously, if you had listened to that, you would have missed out on one of the greatest Pokemon bull market rallies in the last 18 months in history. Probably only second to none from COVID in the late 90s, early 2000s. And that is because, again, that is why the internet is wrong a lot. Collectible markets are not always efficient like Wall Street and stocks. I will say my favorite phrase again before we end today's video, and that is collectibles in the stock market operate in different playgrounds. On Wall Street, the stock price reflects all available public news that prices the number that you see on the screen. In the collectible world, I'm going to say this very carefully with my word choice. In Lego, in collectibles, including Lego, are priced inefficiently. And they are based upon limited available data. A lot of information is shielded, shadowed, and not available. Therefore, assumptions have to be made. Assumptions and guessing mean that we do not know the true value of many things. There are going to be Lego sets that are never going to be worth shit. They're going to be worth the same thing you paid 10 years ago. With inflation and holding, you're going to lose money. And that's something that you should be happy to own the Lego set. Otherwise, you shouldn't be buying it. Because at least now you still have a cool Lego set. So it's important to understand, collectible markets can be highly inefficient. They can be highly mispriced, and they can be highly volatile because there is no regulation in kids' toys. Even though it is a can I say Lego's, I know it's a multi-hundreds of millions. Is Lego $1 billion business? I'm going to call it $1 billion. I don't know how much money the Lego company makes. They're privately owned. I'm going to call Lego $1 billion business. I'm going to call it that. And anything that is a $1 billion industry is going to have a lot of money and people involved that the public doesn't always want to know about. And I am a small fish in the Lego world. I just like playing in it because it's fun and it makes me happy. And guess what? It makes money. And it continues to make money. And guess what? Everything you saw in today's video, given in 3 more years, 4 more years, 5 more years, you really think it's going to be the same price? So that's my attitude. And I just want to do a little Lego video update to remind you all, your attitude and perspective on Lego and new releases today still has opportunity. Even if the growth rate is nowhere near the same as it was 10 years ago, it does not mean there's still not potential and opportunity for price appreciation and really cool sets to age well. In 5 years and 10 years, every era, every decade, every block of time is going to have people that want the previous block and era of products. In Lego, sealed product of Lego versus open product of Lego is a whole different beast. In the trading card world of Magic and Pokemon, if you open a box of Pokemon, you can still get expensive cards and they resell. You can grade them, sell them raw, graded, whatever. In Lego, sure, they can send out hundreds of thousands of a set. But guess what? All these kids that open them, play with them, build them, whatever, a lot of it's thrown away. A lot of it gets missing pieces. And once a Lego set goes from sealed to open, that's it. The value is immediately down 50 to 75%. So it's a very different beast. And sealed product in Lego is even more intense and even more of a big deal. So for my cardboard gang out there, I'm going to leave you guys with this phrase, and then I'm going to cut the video off. In the cardboard world, the older a sealed box of Magic or Pokemon is, the less the cards in the box matter. And the less the cards in the box, the value of the single cards do not matter much. The sealed box of Magic or Pokemon, the value in that number assigned does not represent the cards in the box. Lego is the same way. I could go online and buy all these loose pieces of Lego, okay? I could buy all these original pieces from a long time ago, okay? And I guarantee you I could pick it up pretty cheap. But that sealed Lego set there, I don't know what it is, $1,000? But if I open it and build it and have fun and have memories with it, that $1,000 Lego set's probably going to drop to 50 to 100 bucks. So similar, and just like the trading card world, when you convert from sealed to singles, you can't go backwards. Natural attrition is what keeps sealed product inflating and moving forward into the future. Hope you all learned something today. Just a nice, calm, conversation. Thought it was worth it. Hope you all have a beautiful day. And remember, be careful listening to social media. Be careful listening to people telling you what to buy, what not to buy. I have no Lego to sell you. I don't really care. I'm just here to tell you all that the show goes on and the Lego opportunity potential remains fully intact no matter what the internet tells you. No, I don't think the prices of Lego are going to appreciate nearly as fast as they did in the past. The velocity, the rate of change on the prices will be slower. And that's just fine. Have a beautiful day.